What's up, everyone? Welcome back to PokeMarketLab. We have more Prismatic Evolutions news. We did get some more SAR reveals yesterday, and as you can expect, they're bonkers. And it's the train is not stopping, and it just means the hype's going to continue. So let's get into it. We have up first here Iron Hands and Raging Bolt, both beautiful cards, unlike anything I've seen before, especially in Scarlet and Violet. And I've talked about this many times about how they've made a concerted effort in Scarlet and Violet to differentiate the art from Sword and Shield, really going out there, both in the Pokemon, the scene cards, trainers, everything. And now they're taking it to a whole nother level, I think, in Prismatic Evolutions. This is a whole different type of style that they're going for, as a whole, but also on individual cards. And I think it's fantastic. I think it may be off-putting to some, but I think it's very modern. It's very abstract, and I think this is really going to be the set to be in Scarlet and Violet, even compared to Surging Sparks, which is, I know, is wild, but I mean, it's at the point. It's like, hey, save something for another set because it's getting crazy. Look at Iron Hands and Iron Crown. That Iron Hands is gorgeous. That's a card for me. In any set, I would see that and say, I'm chasing that. That's my chase. I have to have that card. And I have multiple of these in Prismatic Evolutions. These are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. They're just not holding back. And the market agrees. We've seen 1,100 of these sold in the last month on TCG Player. That's the regular ETB. Market price is $106 a box, and people are paying this price right now. We're seeing even stores like Safari Zone, Game Nerds, other places, Forge and Fire. We've seen plenty of stores list at well above MSRP for this product. They're starting to get their allocation numbers for this, and they're just not good because it's not. I don't want to start rumors that it's short printed. I don't think it is. I think it's a Surging Spark situation where there's so much demand, and there's just not enough to go around for that demand that everyone ends up getting less. They get cut, and that doesn't mean it's short printed. It just means there just wasn't enough to go around because of the demand. So let's talk about, from a collector and investor standpoint, let's talk about what do we do now. $100 ETBs. It's not easy to snag up ETBs at anywhere close to MSRP from the big box stores. They sell out almost instantly. We saw Target sold Prismatic ETBs. Actually, it wasn't ETBs. It was everything else. It was like binder collections, booster bundles. In the early morning hours of Black Friday, sold out instantly. So I think we're at the point where if you can get anything at MSRP that has packs in it, snag it up. Even if the per pack price isn't fantastic, I don't think that's going to matter at this point. If you're looking for product to open, you're looking for product to sit on, I think that's the play right now. I don't want to say that you're going to have a good opportunity to get ETBs at MSRP. I think that's starting to dissipate because, I mean, we're just seeing, we already have market demand, and they're pouring fuel in the fire with these reveals. It's just going to get worse. This is going to be the hottest product upon release that I've experienced, I think, in my collecting and investing time here. And I think it's organic. I think you have the resellers, you got the investors, you got the scalpers, you got all that stuff, right? But it's good product. It's amazing cards. And this is going to be a historical moment, I think, for the Pokemon hobby. It's a line in the sand. I think it's like, hey, hold my beer from the Pokemon Company. That's the kind of feel I'm getting from this. And we have to reevaluate what we're going to do for, what prices we're okay entering the market on for this. And I can't tell you what that price is. You have to make that plan for yourself. You have to make that decision for yourself. I think for me, I'm not paying $100 for an ETB. I'll miss out at that point. But I already have some ETBs locked in at MSRP, so that helps me kind of stop the emotional investing, the emotional purchase. Obviously, if I hadn't done that, I hadn't picked those up, I'd be like, I'd probably want to pay almost any price for these, given the hype. But that's why it's so important to get a few boxes at MSRP. Even if it's typically for a release, you don't do that because you're overpaying. When you lock those in, it just kind of creates that that line in the sand that, hey, no matter what, I got this on order. I don't have to worry about any kind of price run up or anything. And if you want to enter in at a higher price, that's up to you. You can dollar cost average, but yeah, I think our chances for MSRP they're running out, unfortunately. So let's kind of do a quick recap of where we're at with Prismatic Evolutions, because I think it's kind of bonkers at this point. We have the Evolutions SIRs, which on their own, without anything else, would be a bananas of a set, okay? You go on, you have Master Ball Hollows. We have a beautiful EV promo card in the ETBs. You obviously have the stamped one for the Pokemon Center. Gorgeous promo, which I think is important. That plays into box prices for sure. You get all the other regular hits here for the Evolutions. So again, this one screen right here is a phenomenal release, okay? And it gets better. So again, we have some of the previous SIR and SAR releases here, along with the ones we just heard about yesterday. Absolutely gorgeous, and we still have more to come. And I mean, if they drop anything else that has any kind of hype behind it, it's like it's gonna get wild. And it's gonna be hard. That's the other thing. It's gonna be hard to keep this pace throughout the rest of Scarlet and Violet to really wow people like this, because there's just, for me personally, there's so much here to go after. We get these beautiful fractured hollows here for the Evolutions cards, and these are going to be gorgeous. And there's so much to hit here. If you're opening an ETB, there's so much potential to get something that is absolutely beautiful and collectible. And I think that's so important. It's so hard to look at that from a data standpoint, where we can look at distribution of cost, but this just has a little bit of everything for anyone, almost regardless of your art style here. And look at this. I mean, it's just beautiful. So that's where we're at, and we still have more to go. And so again, keep your eyes and ears to the ground. If you can get product at MSRP, regardless of what it is, binder collection, poster collect. I don't know. Is there a poster collection? I don't know if there's a poster collection. There's a binder collection. You get the plushie collection. Anything you can get just at MSRP, regardless of, if the pack price isn't perfect, just gobble it up if you have the opportunity. Because I don't know what opportunities we're going to have. And I hate to FOMO into a product, but we're getting to the point where if you're holding out, you might miss out. And that's okay sometimes too, but just keep your ear to the ground, keep checking Target, and keep checking the big box stores, your local game stores too. Support them as much as you can. It's getting harder and harder to run a local game store. So if you can, just pick one up at close to MSRP, even if it's a little above MSRP, I think that's fine for your TVs for this right now. Because I think this is going to be, you're not going to see below MSRP again for this ETB. I'll say that right now. I don't think you'll ever see it below MSRP again. Regardless of reprints, I think it'll be a 151 situation. I think from an artwork standpoint, for a modern Pokemon product compared to 151, I think this absolutely holds a candle to it, if not better, from a total artwork standpoint. They're just going out on a limb here as well. I think that's probably the long and short of it, is they're going out on a limb with their artwork. They're really putting some risky, I don't want to say it's not risky, but it's just stuff that's out there compared to what they've done before. And I think it's going to pay off huge. So that's it. We'll bring you more Prismatic Evolutions news as it becomes available. And yeah, try to pick up MSRP product when you can. We'll see you in the next one.